Hi there, everyone. This is Ann Klemmer and Stamper from StamperDog.com. I had a really interesting time getting to this card. I started out with this little square one, and then I did it again as this larger one with a real red, really narrow bow, and I thought that wasn't quite what I was going for. So then I tried these two, and while they say the same thing, they look different. But look at what I came up with. Let's get started on this apple card. First, I started off with a texture piece of cardstock, and then I used a label backing to protect my work surface. And here we have the copper shimmer paint. Now, I'm just going to shake it up, and I'm going to just dab my dauber in it. And then I'm going to lightly press all over this. Now, I'm not going to press, I'm going to rub. How about that? But before I get started, let me go and rub off a little bit on a piece of scratch paper. Now, I was inspired for this idea from my fellow master stamper, Pip Todman, and she did a great tutorial on this for the master stampers. And let me tell you, now it makes your mind go and wonder how you can use it. Well, I think it really improved this card. And we're going to get to the Stamparatus part in a minute. But see, all you do is lightly rub all over the cardstock. And it's okay if you go down deep into it, but it's really better if you don't. And if you need some more, you just go and shake it up a bit and tap it in there. And I'm just going to take some off the edge. You won't tell, will you? And remember, to dab it off every now and then if you get too much, because if you get too much, it kind of looks a bit thick. So there we go. It doesn't have to be even unless that's your personality. So we're going to put that away, and let's get started on the Stamparatus part. You know, I almost didn't buy this stamp set. It's just great. Now we've got new little grid pads just for the Stamparatus, and remember, the two magnets should never kiss. And then I've got our Teflon mat and then the felt piece underneath there. And I'm keeping the magnet at the top just to keep it in the exact same place every time, because that's where I've already lined this up for. And when you get the stamp set, it tells you which one to go and stamp first. So we're going to start off with Poppy Parade, and I'm going to stick a stamp case underneath the left arm so that I can, make it easier to ink up. Now, the cool thing about the Stamparatus is that you can restamp if you didn't get it exactly right, but so far, so good. So now I'm going to flip it around, and now we're selling these extra arms so that you can really have a ton of these all made up. And for me, this is great because I could keep these apples on there until I'm ready to do it. So now we're going to do the phase 2 with Real Red. Ink it up. And remember, keeping something underneath the arm really does help it stay much nicer. Now this one is number 3, and it is set to go from the top, and we use Cherry Cobbler for this one. So as you notice, I went from light to medium to dark. I still like the dual colored apple, but I like this one even better. Maybe it's because I like red so much. So now we're going to put that on there. And if you notice, there's a big piece of my apple missing. So let's go back for that Real Red, and we will try to repair it. This never happens to you, right? And like I said, that's what's great about the Stamparatus, is that you could just go back and fix it. And I'm just going to rub my finger right on that spot that wasn't, well, it was invisible, wasn't it? So let's get on to the stem. And I like Mossy Meadow because the stems, well, I guess they turn brown, but they could be green. And you can make it any color you want. You can make it blue if you want to. And I like to wipe off any errant ink, anything that's sticking in the wrong spot. That, just makes it easier not to get it on someplace where I don't want it. one thing you do want to remember is don't go and store your Stamparatus with, don't try to put both those glass arms down at the same time. They're not glass, they're plastic, but don't try to put, because it's not made for both of them to go down, even in storage at the same time. So there you go. I really think that's kind of nice, but I would like it a little bit smoother. And there is no law that says that I cannot use blender pens to just smooth this out a little bit. You don't have to. It's personal preference. I just wanted it a little bit smoother in some places. Now, if you're interested in joining us over at the Master Stamper, it's great because you get in-depth tutorials, written instructions to download and keep, and a private Facebook group where you can share your own ideas. You will love it, and we'd love to have you. So now I'm going to give you a tip about how to go and mass produce these apples. What you would want to do is keep that top magnet up there, and then what we did with this first one, we went and cut out the apple, right? Now all I have to do is cut a bunch of circles, and then I can make this apple over and over again, and I only drop them in that circle where it was, and then I have a bunch of apples already on a circle. Now here we're going to put this Mossy Meadow and copper piece onto the folded cherry cobbler cardstock, and whenever you use texture, you do want to go and use liquid glue because it really does work better. Are you enjoying this yet? I hope you are, because we have lots of ideas over at the Master Stamper. And if you've never tried this out, you should really try this out. We're coming up to our 7th anniversary. I can't believe it. And Pip has joined us as a collaborator, and it's just great. She's part of the design team, and here we go. Let's get back onto the project. I'm going to go and border this apple with real red. That will make it pop, but not too much from the cherry cobbler. And look at, I'm sure you never make this mistake or never reuse a piece of cardstock, but I already had stamped on this, but now I'm flipping it over and doing it again. So we're stamping the greeting to the far left. And then we're going to give it a nice little banner edge with the punch. And then all we have to do is attach it. And you can see how many dimensionals I used. I like to show you that because some people put just 1 or 2 and some people put a whole slew of them. But hey, both work. I'm centering the apple over the end, the left end of the greeting. Hey, if this is starting to look interesting to you, you might want to subscribe or hit the bell down below and be reminded when we go live every Wednesday at 1. It's a blast when I stamp with my peeps. This is Ann Klemmer and Stamper from StamperDog.com, where we try to put a little ink, paper, and fun into your day.